Astros head to the World Series. 5 former presidents gathered. I'm Christopher Cruz. The Houston Astros defeated the New York Yankees 4-0 in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series last night. They'll face the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series.
This will be the Astros' second World Series trip in franchise history, and for Astros manager A.J. Hinch, this will be his first ever career trip to the series.
I have such an appreciation. I never knew what it felt like to get to the World Series in any job that I've had in 20 years. And now I do. And I have a great appreciation for what it takes to run this journey. You know, we won 100-plus games in the regular season. We won a lot of games in the postseason so far, but it's not easy.
The Astros and the Dodgers played Game 1 of the World Series Tuesday in Los Angeles. I'm Bill Michaels.
The 5 living former American presidents made a rare joint appearance last night in College Station, Texas, for a hurricane relief concert. Among them, George W. Bush.
I too am here to urge you to give to this fine fund, and I want to thank all the volunteers.
$31 million has been raised so far. Lady Gaga made a surprise appearance. Rain and even a few thunderstorms are expected from the upper Great Lakes, the central and western Gulf Coast today. Meteorologist Allison Chinchar says severe weather will hit the Big Easy.
The main threat for today is going to be limited to the extreme southern region of the Gulf Coast, but that does include the city of New Orleans.
U.S. allied fighters have captured an oil field in Syria today that was a key source of income for the Islamic State terrorist group. The parent company of Fox News now admits it knew that then host Bill O'Reilly had recently settled a sexual harassment case, but still extended his contract, said to be for about $25 million a year. O'Reilly reportedly agreed to a $32 million settlement in a sexual harassment case. I'm Christopher Cruz.
At Robert Half, we know having the right employees is a job in itself, and it's a job we love. You see, Robert Half isn't just a staffing firm. We're people. People who believe in finding the right people to fit your company's needs. Because employees who are a good fit are more productive, more engaged. Finding a great candidate isn't easy. But at Robert Half, we know it's possible. Robert Half, the experts in accounting, finance, IT, legal, marketing, and administrative staffing. Learn more at roberthalf.com/radio.
With 20% back in rewards on color copies from Staples, you can run your business with confidence. The confidence to leave behind presentations that customers will read, not recycle. The confidence to produce color manuals that'll keep your business in the black. The confidence that your 2020 forecast will no longer be partly cloudy. Show off your business in full color for less at Staples. Now get 20% back in rewards on color presentations, manuals, and copies. Staples, it's pro time. Visit staples.com/20color. Expires 11/4/17. Exclusions apply.
The FDA has approved a new drug that its makers say is more effective in fighting painful shingles.
Drug maker GlaxoSmithKline said the FDA has given the go-ahead for the drug Shingrix, which they say is 90% effective in preventing shingles, a painful virus caused by the chickenpox virus. Another drug maker, Merck, has sold a shingles drug for about a decade that was about 50% effective. Both drugs are approved for people 50 years or older. About 1/3 of people who get chickenpox also get shingles, which appears years later as a rash with nerve pain that can sometimes linger.
Oh, you know what? Let me take a picture of you before I
The
forget.
price of the drug without insurance will be $280
Can you stand over there in front of the banner for me, please?
I'm John Stoltz.
Representatives for disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein say he has completed a week-long sex rehab treatment program in Arizona and plans to stay there for another month to continue working with doctors. I'm Christopher Cruz.
Great, thank you.
You better not come on mugshots.
That's funny. Welcome to Call to Reason, everybody. It's your host Loveless here. We've got just a couple more minutes and we're going to take off into the world of Call to Reason right here at Talk 1260 KTRC, your news talk leader. Right here with you. Got 2 different cameras going. We're live streaming. We're doing everything today. It's going to be fun. Finally got all our technology together here in the studio. We're having a great time. Hope you are too. Got Gilbert Romero, commander of the VFW, here with us today. And we're going to talk about what we can do for veterans as the weather's getting colder and all year round. Got some interesting stuff coming up. Talk to Gilbert with about. So y'all enjoy. It's going to be fun.
Constantly waiting for your IT guy to resolve your computer issues?
Okay, if you want headphones.
As a small business owner, you need a reliable and responsive IT team of professionals.
See if those work for you.
Humbucker will evaluate your network and network security
If
with
they're
the
loud
same
enough.
integrity and accountability you give to your own customers.
Can you hear?
Humbucker, because professionalism matters. Find us at CRUBSY.
Save time and money while keeping your car the cleanest on the block with Speedy Shine's monthly membership at only $29. For a limited time only, join the club and receive a limited edition ESPN car kit. Just ask the car attendant upon signing up. For an affordable, quick, spotless, and satisfying car wash, join the Speedy Shine Wash Club for only $29 a month at 3006 Cerritos Road in Santa Fe. And wash your vehicle whenever you like. 97% satisfaction rating by Speedy Shine Club members. Speedy Shine Car Wash saves you time and money while looking your best.
Your Sunday morning dose of reality is now. Open your mind to Santa Fe's non-GMO, purely organic source of common sense. This is Call to Reason with your host, Loveless Johnson III, here on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's news talk leader.
All right, here we go, y'all. Turn your phone off too, Gilbert, if it's on.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say them loud, say them clear for the whole.
Good morning, Santa Fe. Good morning, world. You're right here on Call to Reason, and you're right here with Loveless Johnson on this bright Sunday morning, bright and sunny Sunday morning, right here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is so beautiful outside. Just a spectacular weekend here in Santa Fe. It is currently, 36 degrees right here in Santa Fe. Not a cloud in the sky. And I tell you, I'm so happy to be here with Commander Gilbert Romero from the VFW. We've got some great topics to discuss. We're still talking about freedom here in America and or what I call the illusion of freedom. Because that's what we've got, everybody. We've got a big illusion of freedom, and it's not very fun. That I can tell you. It's not very fun at all. Because we've got the so-called ruler of the United States, or as I call him, Scrotus, attacking American citizens for expressing their constitutional right, for using their constitutional right. And we're learning day by day that perhaps this whole thing about freedom is really an illusion for a lot of us because it doesn't seem to apply to everyone equally. At least not from where I'm sitting. Because when the person who took an oath to protect, honor, and defend the Constitution of these United States, when that person who takes that oath then attacks an American citizen for actually exercising that constitutional right, folks, we got a problem. That seems kind of upside down, doesn't it? For me, it's very upside down. And I've done some homework this week because I wanted to know what was all this flag hoopla about? What was it about? Is it really an attack on our military and our veterans. I've got a veteran, a decorated veteran here with me now, a commander of the VFW. We're going to talk about this because I want to know, is it really an attack on the military? Is it an attack on the flag? Well, folks, I did my homework, and boy, I found some stuff out about the flag code. And when I tell you what I discovered and how egregiously hypocritical everyone who's been bashing Colin Kaepernick while getting all misty-eyed and teary when they see the flag draped out across the whole football field with 300 military service members waving it all in unison. Oh, I can't wait to talk about it and tell you what's really going on and the hypocrisy behind that. Got a little something to say about that to all the so-called patriots out there. We're going to separate today the difference between freedom and the illusion of freedom that is being replaced, that is replacing freedom more and more every day. And this code word now, it's a dog whistle called patriotism. It's a dog whistle for something that has nothing to do with loving this country at all, but everything to do with owning this country, being superior in it, and controlling all the working folks as well. It's really not that cute, y'all, but I cannot wait to share that with you, because when you hear what the flag code actually says, I believe you may be floored as I was, just as floored as I was, because it's totally shocking to know when you find out just how egregious the hypocrisy has been. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's been happening with the Las Vegas shooting. We're going to talk about Puerto Rico and what is and is not happening down there. We're going to talk about taxes and the big battle that has been set up. You talk about if making legislation were war. The Republican majority in Congress today has built up a battle plan, and they have stockpiled an arsenal of legal legislative maneuvers that are basically about to obliterate the working class and middle class and working poor of the American people. Folks, we are about to take a full frontal assault. And the tricksters have been politrixting to levels that are unprecedented. We've got the president saying that Obamacare is dead. Don't even bring it up again. Don't even say the words Obamacare. Don't even talk about it. It's gone. Dead in the water. But Senator Lamar Alexander says, hold up. And we're going to talk about the rest of that story as well on the other side of the break, because there's a revolt apparently going on in the Republican Party. And we're going to talk a lot more about that and a whole lot of stuff that we're going to be doing here on Call to Reason. We're going to take a short break, and I've got a message for our Scrotus. I'm in a fighting mood today because my freedom is being infringed, and yours is too. You should be in a fighting mood, and we are going to let this guy know. 2020. Trump dump 2020. See you on the other side of the break. Be back with Gilbert Romero. You're here on Call to Reason. Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's news talk leader. It's 8:15.
Stay tuned for more Call to Reason, Santa Fe's Common Sense Checkpoint, here on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's News Talk leader.
You're tough,
How
dude.
would you like a personal assistant on demand? Someone to pick up dry cleaning, groceries,
Yeah.
flowers, supplies.
You like,
and run your
yeah, I don't pull punches, man.
LocalDelivery.com, and the
I
first
like
fetch
the
is
Trump,
free.
Trump,
Yeah,
Trump,
that's
Trump.
fetch LocalDelivery.com.
Trump Dunk 2020.
Fall in Santa Fe is filled with hidden treasures.
I'm
that
gonna
all
bring
of
you
us
in as soon
locals
as we
love.
come back
The
from the
special
break, okay?
smell in the air of roasting chilies, crisp mornings, and the excitement of Stevens, a consignment gallery's annual fall sale. For over 30 years, everything is discounted 25 to 50%. Art, antiques, furniture, jewelry, silver, gold, rugs, and so much more. Today only, Sunday, noon to 6. Stevens, a consignment gallery's annual fall sale. 2701 Sirius Road. Can't wait to see you there. See our ad and names and numbers. Feel better.
Thank you, New Mexico, for voting Sacred Garden the #1 dispensary in the best of Santa Fe. I'm founder Zeke Shortus, and I am proud to offer locally grown cannabis in vapor cartridges, edibles, capsules, tinctures, and topicals, all made in-house. Medical cannabis is a better alternative to pharmaceuticals, and we have an MD on site that can help you with your cannabis certification. Learn more at sacredgardennm.com.
Best dispensary in the world. Feel better.
The Pizza Margarita from Pizza Etc. is back with fresh tomatoes and basil straight from the Pizza Etc. garden, all on hand-tossed crust made with local flour. And don't forget the delicious mozzarella cheese that ties it all together. That's the Margarita Pizza from Pizza Etc. The local homegrown ingredients. Who else has pizza with homegrown ingredients that's ready in 15 minutes? Pizza Etc. in the DeVargas Mall, where the parking is free and convenient.
Hi, this is Michael Aranda, owner of the Santa Fe Olive Oil and Balsamic Company, with store locations in Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and Taos, New Mexico. The Santa Fe Olive Oil Company is dedicated to providing the healthiest extra virgin olive oils and true authentic Italian balsamics while providing a family-like environment and sampling in our stores. Some of the best times of my life are spent with family and friends eating at the dinner table. Why not try something new and exciting? I guarantee you that with a high-quality extra virgin olive oil,
here we go, y'all.
Will have so much flavor and taste that the whole
little bit of time, more Call to Reason.
The Santa Fe Olive Oil Company hand selects our growers in order to ensure the quality that we deliver to our customers. Imagine, with over 80 types of olive oils and balsamic vinegars, your cooking no longer has any limits. Our infused products are handcrafted for chefs or for anyone who enjoys cooking. All of our flavors are made locally here in Santa Fe. Find us today at santafeoliveoil.com.
Now back to Call to Reason, your dose of common sense and reality radio, with your host, Loveless Johnson III, on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's News Talk leader.
Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep your self-respect, your manly pride. Get yourself in gear, keep your stride. Never mind your fears. Brighter days will soon be here.
That's right, Santa Fe. That's right, world. Take it from Donnie Hathaway and me. Someday we will all be free because Call to Reason is here to wake you up, get you out of the matrix, and take you, Mr. and Miss Ordinary Citizen, and turn you into Mr. and Miss Extraordinary Leader. Together, folks. Together, we can do this. We can get our freedom back. That's what it's going to mean when we say take our country back in America moving forward. It's going to mean literally restoring the freedom that has been replaced with this illusion of freedom. Yes, we have an illusion of freedom because we're really not free, and nobody's talking about that. Wonder why the mainstream media never discusses how our freedom has been replaced with an illusion. I don't know, Loveless. Why? Well, I'm going to tell you. But first, I'm going to have a conversation with my special guest, who I'm very happy to have here with me today. None other than the commander of the Veterans for Foreign Wars, Gilbert Romero, commander right here, the VFW here in Santa Fe. Welcome to Call to Reason, my friend.
Thank you for having me here today, Loveless.
So glad you're here. Tell me what's the good word at the VFW nowadays? Tell me what's happening here in Santa Fe.
Well, the good word is we're open. We were closed in January for a couple of months, and then we reopened it, and I'm so excited to have it open and have our veterans have a great place for our veterans to come and hang out and meet with each other. The comradeship is outstanding. Veterans come daily. We're open every day. Wednesday, during the week, we're open Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. on to whenever we get customers. And then on weekends, we're open at 3 p.m. On to whenever we have customers. So
those are some good hours. Tell me some of the activities that you all are enjoying there at the VFW right now.
Well, we have been having karaoke every Friday night, and we get a good crowd, getting some outstanding singers. You try to figure out if they're the real ones or not, but they're doing an excellent job. We're going to have our pretty quick, we're going to have on the 28th, we're going to have a Halloween party, and that's for all our veteran friends and their families.
Okay.
And we have a kids party at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh, nice. And do y'all have trick-or-treats for the kids?
We're going to have trick-or-treats. We're going to have a magic show. We're going to have them all going, doing all kinds of Halloween stuff. So.
Nice. Oh, sorry. That's exciting. Now, we all know that the VFW stands for the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and so that means that it cares a lot and serves and supports veterans.
Exactly. Yes.
Tell us about what you all are doing with veterans, and we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming events, because as we all know, Veterans Day is coming up November 11th, but their celebrations and the service to and support for veterans goes on year-round. But there are some special events coming up even earlier in November, and we're going to talk about those. But Gilbert, tell us what the VFW is doing for veterans.
Well, the veterans, as Chris Abeta says, he says Veterans Day is every day. So we celebrate Veterans Day every day. Our veterans deserve it, and we have all kinds of activities coming up. As you say, we're going to have the Veterans Day on November the 11th, and that's going to start with a parade from Fort Marcy on down to the Baton Memorial Park. And we'll have our veterans ceremony at that time. So I hope everybody can come and join us. Everybody's invited. So that's one of the big events and coming up. But there's another one that's kind of special to help homeless veterans.
Homeless veterans. How many homeless veterans do we have in the city, do you estimate?
Well, we're going to have at this veterans what it's called the Homeless Veterans Stand Down. We usually get about 300 a day. So we're going to have 2 days, November the 3rd and November the 4th. hoping that we can get. We don't have very many homeless veterans in Santa Fe, but it's open also to non-veterans, so anybody can come in and get help assistance.
Yes, we that's a very important thing to do with our veterans here in the city. It's been tough, and the weather's getting cold, and folks, those who signed up voluntarily, especially to put their life on the line for our freedom, deserve our support when the fight is done or when their part of the fight is over. Especially those who have been disabled, those who have mental scars that cause them to not be able to function quite properly in our normal society. Do you see much of that around here in Santa Fe, Gilbert?
The Veterans of Foreign Wars is post 2951. We have members. Our members, we have 336 members at this time. Majority are lifetime members, and yes, they're getting. We're getting. We have World War II veterans. We have Korean War veterans. We have Vietnam veterans. A lot of Vietnam veterans. Now we're starting to get the Afghanistan, Desert Storm veterans, and Iraqi veterans. So they're coming in. They're coming in. And I'm working on trying to get them in because it's a great place for them to talk to each other. It might helps to save some lives, and that's a big goal.
And you steer them toward other forms of support that they can get and services that are needed. You all provide support in helping them get connected with all the right folks in places that they need for services and support.
We have the Veterans Affairs, which is just down 1 block away almost. So we send them there. They get assistance to get their veterans benefits. It's sometimes our veterans stay away once they come out of combat and they come home. They stay away from everything, and then they find out, hey, I got benefits coming to me. So we gear them in the right direction, and hopefully they can get their disabilities and whatever they have coming to them, because they do deserve it.
Yes, they do. They do indeed. Gilbert, let's talk a little bit more about the Homeless Veterans Stand Down.
Okay.
It looks like it's happening on 2 different days, Friday, November 3rd, and Saturday, November 4th, going on from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. And where's it located, Gilbert?
It's at the Rancho Viejo Church in Rancho Viejo, past the community center, community college. It's a great event, and I'm telling you, they have so much benefits. They can help them with VA benefits. They can help them with legal assistance, employment. They help them with clothing, hygienic kits. They're even going to have showers for them if they desire to take showers, counseling. They'll have food, drinks for them. They also have dental. So the dental, they're able to get cleaning, crowns. They're going to have the works going on for them. And I can hardly wait to help out with that.
That's amazing. It's going to be at the Rancho Viejo Church. And folks, you ought to be able to get out there and support these folks. They're collecting all kind of supplies for veterans. And let's run down the list of supplies that people can bring. And what can people bring to support this event?
They can help them with clothing, jackets. Now, like you say, winter's coming around. They can use some jackets. They're going to do a duffel bag. A backpack. Excuse me, a backpack. Fill it up with hygiene equipment. So socks, soap, whatever it can be helped.
Shaving cream, razors,
toothpaste, toothbrushes. The works that they can use to help them throughout the.
So basic hygiene, and don't forget the lotion, y'all. It's getting a little chilly out here, and we don't need any ashy veterans running around Santa Fe. So let's bring lotion too. And we're gonna boxcar. We do Boxcar Gives Back in conjunction with this show and with Hutton Broadcasting, and we're gonna start doing Giving Tuesdays every week that feature stuff. So when we get closer to this homeless stand down, we're gonna have a Giving Tuesday at the Boxcar Gives Back. And this will be probably right after this event, but right before Veterans Day. So we'll spread the word at the homeless stand down, and we'll get you all back in here so that we can let folks know that all month long they'll be able to drop these supplies off to support the stand down at Boxcar as well. Because a lot of folks who might not be able to make it out to the community college, we will have Boxcar as an official venue to collect hygiene and other supplies and donations as well in support of this homeless veterans stand down. This is a fairly big deal, huh? Event.
It is a big deal, and as you're talking for information, if they want to know how they can bring items or donate, we could use money too to help them put on the show, the event. I mean, they can call for more information 505-501-1060, or they can call 505-988-6562. The vet center is the ones that are putting this on, and we're just helping as much as we can with it.
Right, and the vet center is a very important organization here in town as well. We're going to have them in as a guest, but tell us a little bit what you know about the vet center and why Santa Feans not only should join the VFW, but support the vet center here in town as well.
Well, I tell you, the vet center is just one of those places where veterans have to go. It's a must go. Once they come out of the military to get benefits, they are so knowledgeable. When I first got out of the service, I retired in '92. When I first got out, I went to the vet center. It was a different location. It's on Brothers Road now, off of Siringo Road by the St. Michael's High School. And they're just a bunch of great folks there that help out with your benefits. Gear you in the right direction for whatever is needed. I've had folks that the veteran passes away, so the spouse is left behind not knowing what to do. We take them there, and there is benefits for some of those veterans' wives, spouses.
Right on, man. That is an amazing set of services, and they do even more than that. We're gonna continue the list and talk more about what the VFW does in town and how you can support what they're doing to help veterans as well. Y'all stay tuned. You're right here on Call to Reason on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's News Talk leader. I'm here with Gilbert Romero. It's 8:33 in the morning, and we'll see you shortly on the other side of the break.
With the scuba on the guys, you'll all be moved. Ready or not, here we come. Getting down on the one which we
Stay tuned for more Call to Reason, Santa Fe's Common Sense Checkpoint, here on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's News Talk leader.
It's not too early to plan for Thanksgiving. Joe's makes it easy for you.
You having
no
fun
shopping,
yet?
No chopping, no cooking, no cleaning.
I forgot I
Joe's
need to
Dining
mention
Room.
where we're at, our locations and stuff, and
The Cocoa Farm.
and I also forgot about our auxiliary. We have an auxiliary.
New Mexico, seeking a place to quench his everlasting.
We'll talk about them right away.
Where?
Just off 285 North on Cities of Gold Road in Milwaukee, Cocoman Fine Wines and Liquor is your best value for beer, wine, and spirits. Stop in for your Halloween party essentials. Heineken 12-pack, $11.99. Shinerbach 12-pack, $11.99. Jägermeister 750s at $17.99. Cocoman Fine Wines and Liquor, your Halloween party must.
Did you know that Esperanza Shelter offers counseling programs for offenders of domestic abuse? Hello, I'm John Moreau, one of the counselors at Esperanza Non-Residential Support Center. Esperanza's program offers offenders the opportunity to change and to break the cycle of violence. If you or someone you care about needs any kind of help because of domestic abuse, visit our website at esperanzashelter.org or call 473-5200.
Days, months, years. Time takes its toll on your property. Your yard could probably use a little tender loving care. Morales Landscaping makes portal gazing fun again.
Okay.
Morales Landscaping.
You ready?
Tree removal, irrigation systems, coyote beds, flagstone, brick walkways, planting, and maintenance. Call Letty for a free.
Here we go, y'all.
505-204-2642.
One more spot. We're going to take it back.
204-2642.
On the air.
Hi, this is Reyes.
I'm Letty.
Call a
Let me
reason.
service your home.
2017 marks the 9th annual Santa Fe Independent Film Festival. Don't miss out on the most anticipated film event of the year. October 18th through the 22nd, with 5 nights of panels, discussions, parties, and over 100 films and events at the Lensic, CCA, George R.R. Martin, Jean Cocteau, The Screen, and Violet Crown. This year's special guests include John Sayles and Maggie Renzi, receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. For tickets and film info, head on over to SantaFeIndependent.com.
Now back to Call to Reason, your dose of common sense and reality radio, with your host, Loveless Johnson III, on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's news talk leader.
Remember this one? Y'all don't know nothing about this.
Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna get my love. Now because you wear all those fancy clothes. Oh yeah. And have a big fine car. Oh yes you do now. Do you think I can afford to give you my love? Oh yeah. Get higher than ever.
Mr. Big Stuff, Scrotus, who do you think you are? Trying to infringe on my freedom with all your Boomba Clot executive orders designed to take away my freedom and my livelihood and perhaps even my life. No, sir. No, sir. We're waking up. And as my man Lance in Atlanta says, we're going to have a national intervention with Scrotus. And it might take us until November of 2020 to have it, but have it we shall. And when we speak up, I guarantee you he's going to listen, because it'll be nothing but tears at 1600 Pennsylvania. That I can guarantee. Because we're waking up, America. And today we're waking up in Santa Fe. And we're here with Gilbert Romero from the VFW. And we're talking about what they do and how effective the organization has been over the years for Santa Fe's veterans and in this community in general. Tell me more, Gilbert, about how you all are structured and how many people are really, rolling their sleeves up, working hard over the VFW.
Well, like I mentioned before, we're at reopened. So we reopened in April, and we didn't have much, and it was a lot of folks really thought we weren't going to open again, but we're open and we're excited. I do have my senior commanders, my junior vice commander, and we have trustees, and we have the works that they're supposed to be there to help us, and they're all excited. They roll up their sleeves and they go at it, and they help me out. We also have I did not mention an auxiliary. Our auxiliary is members that are members of the spouse of the veteran. They can be their parents, their brothers, their sisters, their children. They can join into the auxiliary, and we do have 229 or 230 right now members of the auxiliary, and 336 members of the VFW. So we have quite a bit of members. And
that's a big auxiliary.
It's a big auxiliary, and they really go all out. For example, now at the Veterans Day, right after the Veterans Day ceremony, they will be serving dinner to everybody for free. So they
wow,
and the American Legion does the same thing. So we both will be serving right after the ceremony.
That's a lot of loving hands that are going to be touching food for those who are honoring our devoted service members.
Exactly.
And tell us more about Veterans Day itself. What kind of activities are happening on Veterans Day?
Well, Veterans Day, what we do is we honor our veterans, of course. We start with a parade. The parade starts from the Fort Marcy and it comes down to the Bataan building, the Bataan Memorial outside.
Right.
And we'll hopefully we're going to start off with prayer. We have a retired Lieutenant Colonel Chaplain Jose Herrera, which will be doing the invocation. We also have his nephew will be singing the national anthem. And I'm proud to say my granddaughter will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we'll go into keynote speaker, a great man that was our Secretary for Veterans Affairs, John Garcia. We just adore this guy. He's awesome. He's helped.
He is indeed a wonderful guy. He's been helping veterans and supporting military families in this community forever.
And he was even working for Obama up in Washington, helping veterans, and now he's back here helping us. So we really enjoy him a lot. So
we're working on trying to get him in here as a guest the Sunday right before Veterans Day to talk about what's happening and get everyone up and again supporting the stand down and these other events that veterans so critically need for their service here in America. We have all too often so many, veterans just seem to get shortchanged. Is that just me, or are they getting shortchanged?
They are, and people like John Garcia is going to make sure our secretary now, Mr. Fox, he's working on helping us, keeping our benefits up or go even better. They want us to chop some of that stuff down on us, and we just can't afford that. Veterans rely on what their benefits are right now, and they just can't lose it.
No, they really can't lose it. And the fact that veterans' benefits are threatened at all befuddles me. It has frustrated me my entire life. I, too, am a veteran, like you are. I'm a naval veteran. And it has befuddled me my entire life how people can put their life on the line, be ready to give it at any moment, and come home and be treated so poorly.
Once that veteran takes that oath, and says he's there, they're so loyal. They're loyal to their country. They fight for their country, and they deserve much better. Definitely.
They really do. Gilbert, tell folks how to get a hold of you at the VFW. If they want to join, they want to come check it out, how do they call, and do you have a website or any of that?
Not yet, but we're working on it.
Okay.
I want to reach out to all these combat veterans, all our veterans. Hopefully they can come down and join us. We're at 307 Montezuma. They can call me on my cell phone on 699-6472. Please come and join us. Come and just check it out for one thing, and then you make your decision from there. But it is a place for you veterans, and it is a place that has helped many veterans save lives by them just talking to each other, helping each other, giving them guidance each other, and it just works. Their comradeship is just amazing. It is amazing.
That is amazing. Give them your number and the address one more time, Gilbert.
Okay, the address is 307 Montezuma Avenue. It's right off across the street from the new district court. And my telephone number is 505-699-6472.
All right, you heard it right here first on Call to Reason. We've got Gilbert Romero. He is the commander of the VFW here in Santa Fe. And they're doing a good job to get support and emotional, spiritual, physical, any kind of support veterans need. The VFW is here, along with other organizations. Gilbert, we want to thank you for being here on Call to Reason.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much, Loveless.
Gilbert Romero, everyone. It's 8:45 in the a.m. We're going to take a short break. You're on Talk 1260 KTRC, and you are on Call to Reason.
Are you going to be having Rock Review here?
Hold on 1 second.
Stay tuned for more Call to Reason, Santa Fe's Common Sense Checkpoint, here on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's News Talk Leader.
Leaves are falling and temperatures are dropping. Help us keep our community warm, one coat at a time. All Del Norte Credit Union locations in Santa Fe are accepting gently used coats of all sizes now through November 17th. Your contributions will benefit the Esperanza Shelter, the Adelante program of SFPS, and Casa Familia, a St. Elizabeth shelter. Just another way DNCU is improving lives. In partnership with Hutton Broadcasting, thank you for helping us keep our community warm, one coat at a time.
Hey Dave, what news are you going to share about Loyal Hound this month?
Our guests seem most excited about our daily specials.
Okay, brother, what were you saying?
What do you think about the quality of beef and pork that we get from right
what
here
were
in
you
New
asking
Mexico?
me?
We're super lucky to have such a great selection of local
Yes,
food. And the
he was here
top-notch
2 weeks ago.
You're
He'll be
right,
back
Dave.
though.
Not only does it taste great, but we know and support our local farmers.
Join us for lunch or dinner 6 days a week at Loyal Hound on St. Michael's Drive.
Don't forget to check out Arable, our new place in El Dorado, serving supper 5 nights and weekend brunch.
Never worry about your roof again.
Thank you for coming on, man. Thank you. That was good. I'm done with your segment.
All right.
Yeah. But you can hang out for a minute if you want to till the top of the hour, and then I'll walk you out. Okay. Is that okay? Because I may. Oh, I am going to ask you something else. So hold on for a second. I'm going to ask you one more question about what you think about freedom.
Don't put me on the spot, bro.
I won't.
Cool mornings and shorter days. Winter's just around the
It'll
corner.
be a very
Hi, this is Tom Lovett at Nombay Drive.
appropriate question.
With winter comes exposure to the cold.
We're still having fun, y'all. Hope you are too. Stay right here on Call to Reason.
And if you do get sick, ask about our free delivery. Check out and download our new app on Google Play and the App Store. For easy
I'm having the time of my life, by the way.
Again,
I said I'm having the time of my life, by the way.
Next to Connie's Grocery, where personal service is the best medicine.
Honey, what are you doing?
Just getting the camping tent out, babe.
Well, why?
I need to go to the MVD to get my license renewed. Those lines are always so long, I thought I'd just camp out in front the night before.
Oh, honey, that's brilliant. I'll help you get a sleeping bag.
At MVD Express, you can renew your driver's license, title, and registration. Don't wait in line. Head for the big green sign right here in Santa Fe and St. Michael's Drive, just west of St. Francis. At MVD Express, we make getting real ID easy. Get in, get done, get going.
Sarah, will you marry me?
Oh, Andy, well...
I can change.
No, it's not you. I would want to change my name, and it's a real hassle. Especially on my driver's license. You know how long those lines are at the MVD.
You're right. Splitting the check, then?
At MVD Express, you can renew your driver's license, title, and registration. Don't wait in line. Head for the big green sign right here in Santa Fe and St. Michael's Drive, just west of St. Francis. At MVD Express, we make getting real ID easy. Get in, get done, get going.
Now back to Call to Reason, your dose of common sense and reality radio, with your host, Loveless Johnson III, on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's News Talk Leader.
I know you remember this one too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all don't know nothing about this Santa Fe. This is old school. Happy homecoming to everybody that's doing it.
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Here it goes. Be a downside cheaper, yes it do. Start around the bike. Listen, They're making milk out of powder. There they are. Got the babies crying. Oh, baby, they know what that's about there. Rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the balance line. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Make you wanna run.
Oh, yes. The state of the world today. You heard it, y'all. It is a real motherfucker. But no worries, because we've got each other and we've got Call to Reason. I thought I was going to say goodbye to Gilbert, but I forgot to ask him a question. Gilbert Romero here at the VFW, and it's 8:51 in the AM, by the way, everybody. Another beautiful morning here in Santa Fe. It is currently 38 degrees here in the city. Still 36, actually. And Gilbert, you know, there's been a lot of commotion going on about kneeling during the national anthem, the original purpose of which was to protest police violence here in America and the disproportionate number of black and brown people being unjustly killed by police. The originator of this protest, Colin Kaepernick, said from day one it was about that. It was not about disrespecting the flag or disrespecting the anthem or disrespecting our military veterans and service families and our fighting forces on the front lines today. It was never about that. Now, the backlash has been for the so-called ruler of the United States, Scrotus, number 45, I refuse to call him president, has attacked Colin Kaepernick and others and called them SOBs for exercising their First Amendment constitutional right. The person who vowed to protect, honor, and defend the Constitution is now attacking American citizens for exercising constitutional rights and trying to frame this whole issue as if though it is disrespecting our military. Because, of course, in every poll there is, the only governmental institution that has a majority of trust by American people is the military. The military is the only government agency that Americans trust. And so we have a lot of respect and love and honor and reverence for our military. We all do. And rightfully so, because that's some hella service. It's selfless living as a military member. But I was in the military, and when I signed my name on the dotted line to say I'm ready to fight and die if needed to protect the rights and freedoms of America and its citizens, I never imagined that the President of the United States would be attacking Americans for exercising those rights. That's not what I signed up for. Do you think that the military service members serving today and the majority of veterans agree that kneeling or exercising your First Amendment right in any form or fashion is an attack against the military?
You know, I see it as whenever an individual that is doing a horrible job, he finds another way of attacking other people to relieve his pressure of being a worthless person or a bad person. And I do not believe at all that our NFL or any member by kneeling disrespects our veterans. Our veterans, you don't hear many of them speaking up because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to be a part of it because they don't believe it. And it's not that. It's just that this individual believes that this is one way to turn it over on somebody else. And unfortunately, he doesn't care who he attacks.
Not at all. And I talk to veterans. I've talked to many service members. I have military family members, And I have yet to find a real patriot. You know, not one of these patriots where patriot now dog whistle code word for white supremacy. And you know, patriot means white, and you can, you know, that's the only person that deserves to be free. That's not what patriotism is, even though that's what they're trying to ram down our throats right now. But I haven't talked to any real patriots that believe that it's appropriate for the person that sits in the White House to attack American citizens for exercising their constitutional rights.
Exactly. All they're doing is exercise their constitutional right, and they don't believe, once it's not their way, it's the bad way.
And as a matter of fact, I believe that attacking Americans for exercising their constitutional right is actually unpatriotic and is actually an attack against America itself. Isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. That's bottom line.
I mean, if you're talking about insulting our military and insulting our veterans, attacking American citizens for exercising the constitutional rights that our brave service members put their lives on the line to protect, that is disrespectful to veterans and the flag and the Constitution and the anthem and our military service members. That, ladies and gentlemen, in reality is what actually is the egregious offense. Would you agree?
And you know, I totally agree. And the other thing that I noticed is our vice president walking out during the national anthem. What kind of respect is that towards our flag?
Oh, and our military. And what kind of respect is it to our military to say to them, you're going to die, perhaps, fighting for American freedom, but there really isn't as long as I'm president, because I'm going to attack any American for exercising their constitutional rights if it does not agree with me.
Exactly.
That is so immature and is so un-American. But y'all voted him in. And man, if you don't have buyer's remorse by now, you might be a white supremacist. And I'm still waiting on that phone call, y'all. I've been begging for anybody that can hear my voice right now and thinks that Scrotus is doing a good job and he's doing everything we signed up for and everything that we wanted him to do. I really want to know who you are, and I want to hear you tell me. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to know your rationale for thinking that America is becoming great again, and we should be happy about what we're getting out of the White House. If you really believe that we have on the right track, we're on the right track if you think we are, I want to hear from you. 424-1260 is the number you need to call, because we got to have a conversation. We'll be back on the other side of the break, y'all. You're on Call to Reason on Talk 1260 KTRC, Santa Fe's news talk leader.
If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna
listening to Talk 1260 KTRC Santa Fe and stream live at santafe.com.
World Series set. 5 homers together. I'm Christopher Cruz.
All right, that's the first hour of Call the Reason, y'all. We're going to take a break for the news.
Game 1 is Tuesday.
And we're going to bring in our next guest, Joseph Maestas. And I hope y'all are having fun like I am. We'll see you back shortly.
Justin Verlander.
You know, I talked about forgetting what inning it is and
Thank
not
you,
knowing
Lola,
the game or how many pitches I have or who's up.
My
It's
pleasure,
kind
man.
of, I'm out there until I'm not out there any longer.
The 5 living former presidents put aside politics and appeared together for the first time since 2013 Saturday.
We'll be back shortly, y'all. Stay tuned for Call the Reason. Coming up another hour.
Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Bill Clinton spoke at the concert in College Station.